Let's try to do this in as few shots as possible. I hope I'm in frame. If not, whoops. We're going to put all of this over there somewhere. We'll see what comes up. I'll tell you about it when we get over there. Bye. Oh, it was blazing hot not 2 seconds ago, and we got us a little shade today. Anyways, here's the bed that we need to amend. Now let's talk about it for just a moment. In this bed I had lima beans on one side. It used to be 2 beds, so we had lima beans and I had zucchini. But so my understanding is some of them are very heavy feeders, so we have to amend the bed for that. And the other thing is, when I made my beds were about this big, you know, but when I water, the water tends to run off on the side, so that's a waste. We're not going to do that. So that's why I'm going a little wider bed, or a lot wider bed, I guess. Now this is experimental, right? We want to grow our crops here in the spring and hopefully get some kind of food, but actually we're getting quite a bit right now. Now I'll give you a little tour another day, but today this is about this bit. Okay, so I don't have a lot of one amendment. I have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, so we'll work on that. So we have a couple things here. Okay, the first thing I'm going to put there is I don't know if you can see it. This is blood meal. I have to read and see how much of that I need to put there. I don't know. I think this bed is what? I don't know. I think it's 30 by 6, maybe by 5, by 10. I don't know. Okay. Then I also have bone meal. So hopefully that'll work, and see what that does. And in here I have chicken manure pellets. And then on this particular container I have cow manure compost, and I'll show you the bag that it came from. And also when I do my, let's try to do this less I shake it down around too much. Okay, when I do my seed starting mix, I sift my mushroom compost and I get this left over. So I'm gonna add that, hopefully to add some more texture and drainage to the ground. I wasn't really gonna do this today, but it looks like it might rain the next couple of days. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this stuff around so I can show you the bag that shows the compost. Hang on right there. This thing, I don't know how to work this very well. Okay. Oh yeah. Hang on. Alright. I'll pause this, get that stuff out, and then I'll show you. Okay. That's what I have in that other bucket, and I'm gonna put this bag of cow manure compost in it. And we'll see what happens. So my intention is to plant, okay, in one of my beds I put a bunch of seeds for what I think it's either kohlrabi or purple kale. Yeah, so I have a bunch of seedlings, they're popping up, and I'm just gonna transplant them here, some of them. I'm going to put carrots here. I'm also gonna put beets and whatever else I can find that can take a little cold weather, and hopefully everything will survive. I think we're having a very uncommonly warm November. I don't remember November being this warm. I remember a lot of rain. So this experiment might be null and void if next year we have an uncommonly cold winter, or fall, or November. Either way, I'll put you down and I'll throw all the stuff on the beds, and we'll see what happens. Now my hubby is the one that does the heavy work here, and he tills it for me. Now we are trying to see if a no-till method will work for us. I don't know. I mean, we got fire ants here and some really nasty buggies called squash bugs. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all the stuff there and see what happens. You're sitting on chicken poop. Anyways, I'll go ahead and mend the bed and throw all the things. And I'm also gonna water it so everything kind of gets in, and maybe through the day this afternoon or tomorrow morning we'll throw the seeds on it. Okay. We're gonna start with leftovers from mushroom compost. Next, cow poop, manure, whatever. I've used this before. I used to use it in California. Never had a problem with it. I used it here and things seem to grow. It's less than $2 if you buy it at Home Depot, but we are boycotting as best as possible Home Depot because reasons. But they have it at Lowe's. It's a little more expensive. I think it's about 20 cents more expensive per bag, but still $2 something. So I've used it before. I'm using it now. Not much. Doesn't seem like much. Alright. What's next? Okay, you need. Okay, and then here's more of that stuff. We're gonna use it. We throw that here. Now you guys need to move from the chicken, and hang tight. Okay, that worked out. Okay, this is chicken manure pelleted, I think is what they call it. See that? Can you see it? I hope it focuses. Anyways, we'll put that there, the little dustbin, and it smells like what it's supposed to smell like. So we'll put some here. Hope for the best. Hope you can hear me. Talking to myself. That's what I'm doing. There we go. That corner's gonna get a lot of amendments, seems like. Okay. Now let's figure out how much of this bone meal and blood meal I'm supposed to put. Okay. According to the bag, this says it's spread 6 cups or 2 pounds per 100 square feet. That would be what, a 10 by 10? So 2 pounds, and I got 3 pounds, and I already used some of it. I think we're gonna pour the whole thing down. Let me cover my nose, because this stuff is powdery. How about we work our way back to here? Next, bone meal, and this is 1 to 2 tablespoons per pot, 1 to 2 pounds, 10 pounds per 100 square feet. I don't have but 3 pounds, so all of it is going in. Woo. That's it. Now we rake it in. Let's water, shall we? No, Tay-Tay. Ah, no. Sorry about that. You didn't see it, but I knocked down some one of those posts that I keep there so that when I run my hose around, hang tight. Close your eyes so I don't give you a headache. Hang on, let's straighten this up a little bit. You guys can hang out with me while I water. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I ran over my arugula a little bit. It's okay. Let's water. You can water with me. Anyways, Yeah, we moved here, and I had to always at least have some sort of success with zucchini. You know, not a problem. And this year, my first year gardening here, I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. Obviously, something is up because I couldn't get my zucchini to grow. Lo and behold, there's this thing called squash bugs. Ever heard of them? Yeah. And then there's another thing called squash vine borers. Boy, those are some creatures. Anyways, they have been decimating my squash. They decimated my zucchini. But I did have success with some kind of zucchini. Some kind of squash, actually, a winter squash, but I don't remember the name of it right now. I think I still have the seeds, and I got notes somewhere about it because I definitely gonna buy some more or use the ones from last year. And back there somewhere I have butternut squash and some able squash that has been struggling. But then again, I haven't amended those two beds for with anything, so we'll see. Now this guy, I don't know. I'm a little dubious about it, but I have to remind myself this is all experimental right now, and we're trying to see what grows, what doesn't, and what amendments I need to do and what I don't. And right there is our hang on, I gotta move this hose a little bit. That would be our compost pile, and we got a lot going on in it, but it's not ready. And I would have liked to use it here, but like, is it? Oh, let's move this over. It's not quite ready to use, and so I'd rather see. Now I was reading and listening to some lectures from Elaine Ingham, I think it's her name, and she talks about the soil food web, and then if you got the right bacteria and fungi in your ground, you will never need amendments. Now, wouldn't that be nice? But you have to take your courses, which are $5,000. And if I was in a big production and I had thousands of dollars and hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in my crops, I'd probably go for it. And you also need a, what is it? The word escapes me. You know, so you can see the microbes under a microscope. You also need a microscope for it. And, you know, I'm not there yet. Maybe in the future. For now, we'll do the best we can to amend the soil, this dirt, as she would call it, and turn it into soil. We'll see, you know. There was a lot of stuff growing here already when we came. There would be flowers, and it would be a field of flowers and all that. And so hopefully we didn't disturb the ecosystem that's under the ground very much. And you can get some things to grow. She said you don't need a lot to do to grow brassicas. There's my brassicas. They're a little hot under the collar because it's been, today is going to be, we're supposed to be 80 degrees, which is insanity. It's almost Thanksgiving. I remember Thanksgiving. We had the heater on last year. I don't know what's going to happen this year. But this year didn't turn out like we thought it would, and I bet you nobody thought it would turn out this way. So, water this thing, and I'll bring you around when we put down seeds. What do you guys think? Now, let me talk to you about how we're going to do these videos. Minimum editing. Let me tell you why. I have a full-time job. I work from home, but I have a full-time job, and I don't have to commute, which is fantastic. I also have, we, you know, my husband and I also have 3 kids that are being homeschooled at the moment. we have this massive garden that we're experimenting with. And in addition to that, you know, kids need to be fed and meals need to be prepared. And I would like to sleep sometime there in the day if possible. You know, 8 hours would be nice. And so my husband would like to sleep about 8 hours as well. And I want a little bit of free time here and there. So spending hours and hours of doing footage and editing is just not something I can do. But I can do this real quick and easy. I'll show you what I'm doing, and I'll upload it. And if nothing else, it'll serve me to remind myself what I was doing this time of year last year, or next year this time of year, something like that. It'll remind me, because one thing I'm not good at, which I should be given the line of work I'm in, is keeping notes and tracking. And I always forget to write it down. So we'll water this baby. You know, it looks like rain, but we'll water anyways. And after that, I might come out and seed it later, but might be tomorrow. All right, and that's it for today. We got this bed amended. It's ready to go, and I hope we can grow something in it. Come back. Give me your opinion. What would you do different? Would you do it this way? I don't know. All right. You guys have a nice day. Bye.